You have put in the work, years of early alarms, busy schedules, and squeezing vacations into whatever time you could find. And now you're finally ready to do something for yourself. So you book your first cruise, a big one, a treat yourself cruise, the kind you've been thinking about for years. But somewhere along the way, most first-time cruisers make a mistake. Well, actually, more like 5. And the tricky part is most people don't realize they've made them until they're already on the ship. The good news is these mistakes are incredibly common and very easy to avoid once you know what to look for. So if you're planning your first cruise, here are 5 mistakes that catch people off guard and exactly how to avoid them. Mistake number 1, booking the deal instead of the demographic. When people start planning a cruise, it's really easy to focus on one thing, the lowest price. And while everyone loves a good deal, sometimes the cheapest option ends up being the wrong experience. Every cruise line, and even every sailing, tends to attract a different type of traveler. Some cruises are very family-focused with lots of kids and activities. Some attract older travelers looking for a slower, quieter vacation. And others have a much more social, nightlife-focused atmosphere. None of these are bad. They're just different types of vacations. Here's a real-world example. You're a couple looking for a quiet, relaxing getaway. You find a cruise that's hundreds of dollars cheaper than the others, book it immediately. What you didn't realize is that the cruise line you chose is known for a high-energy nightlife atmosphere with late-night parties and packed bars. So when you get on board, the ship is full of people enjoying the nightlife and entertainment. The cruise itself isn't bad. It's just not the vacation you were expecting. This is what happens when the decision is based only on price. The better question to ask is, what type of travelers usually sail this cruise line? What's the overall atmosphere on board? Does this match the type of vacation I want? Because the truth is, the right ship at the right price will always beat the wrong ship at any price. Mistake number 2, not understanding how a guarantee cabin works. When booking a cruise, you might see something called a guarantee cabin, and most people immediately think, what exactly does that mean? A guarantee cabin means you're guaranteed a specific cabin category, but you don't choose the exact room number. For example, you might book a guaranteed balcony cabin. The cruise lines guarantees you'll receive at least a balcony room, but they assign the specific cabin later. Your room could be anywhere in that category, or sometimes even upgraded to a better one. Cruise lines offer these because it gives them flexibility when assigning cabins as the ship fills up. And for travelers, there are a few benefits. They're often cheaper, there's a chance of a complimentary upgrade, and it's great if you're flexible about cabin locations. But there are trade-offs. With a guaranteed cabin, you don't choose the location. You could be near busy areas like the pool or buffet, and once it's assigned, you usually can't change it. So if cabin location matters to you, selecting a specific room might be the better option. But if you're flexible, guaranteed cabins can be a great way to save money. Mistake number 3, underestimating how large the ship actually is. When most people picture a cruise ship, they imagine a big boat. What they don't picture is a floating city. Many modern cruise ships have 15 to 20 passenger decks, multiple restaurants, pools, theaters, casinos, shops, spas, and thousands of passengers. Your cabin might be on deck 11, the buffet on deck 16, and the theater on deck 4. Ships can be over 1,000 feet long, so walking from one end to the other can feel like several city blocks. Almost everyone gets a little turned around during the first day or 2. But by day 3, you'll usually be navigating the ship like a pro. One helpful tip is to look at the deck plans before your cruise so you already have a sense of where things are located. And here's something important to remember. Not all cruise ships are this big. Some ships are massive floating resorts packed with activities. Others are smaller and more intimate, focusing more on relaxation and unique destinations. That variety is actually one of the best parts of cruising because there really is a ship for everyone. But no matter which cruise you choose, your first reaction when stepping on board will probably be, wow, this ship is bigger than I imagined. Mistake number 4, understanding what's included in a cruise price and what you'll pay for on board. One of the biggest questions people have about cruising is everything included? And the answer is yes and no. A lot is included in the price of your cruise, but there are also some things you'll pay for once you're on board. So let's break down what's included and what isn't, so you know exactly what to expect. One of the reasons people love cruising is that it can be a great value for a vacation because so much is included in the price. But understanding what's covered in your fare and what might be extra can help you avoid surprises and plan your budget ahead of time. On most cruise lines, your base cruise fare typically includes your accommodations, your cabin, meals in the main dining room and buffet, entertainment like shows, live music, and performances, pools, hot tubs, and many onboard activities, and transportation between ports. So when you book a cruise, you're already getting your lodging, dining, entertainment, and travel all bundled together. That's one of the reasons cruising can be such a great overall value. Now, there are also some things that are not usually included in the base price. These often include specialty restaurants, alcoholic beverages, sodas and specialty coffees, excursions in port, spa treatments, internet packages, and gratuities on many cruise lines. Most of these are not required, but they are optional extras many guests choose to add during their trip. Now, here's something many people don't realize. There are some cruise lines that take a much more all-inclusive approach. These fares may include things like drinks, Wi-Fi, specialty dining, gratuities, sometimes even shore excursions. The upfront price for these cruises may look higher at first, but because so much is already included, they can often save you money in the long run, especially if you would have purchased those extras anyways. At the end of the day, cruising is really flexible. You can keep things simple and stick with what's included, or you can add extras to customize the experience. Many cruise lines even offer various rates allowing you to add things like drinks, Wi-Fi, and gratuities during the booking process. Whichever route you take, understanding what's included before you book helps you choose the cruise that best fits your vacation style and budget. Mistake number 5, going it alone when something goes wrong. A lot of people assume using a travel agent costs more, but it doesn't cost anything extra. And in many cases, it can actually save you time, stress, and even money. Because when you book with a travel agent, you're not just getting someone to book the trip. You're getting someone who knows the differences between cruise lines and ships, helps you choose the right cabin, can find promotions or perks you might miss or isn't available elsewhere. And most importantly, acts as your advocate if something goes wrong. Imagine this scenario. You're flying to Florida for your cruise and your flight gets delayed. Now you're about to miss the ship. If you booked everything yourself, you're suddenly trying to call the airline, call the cruise line, figure out how to get to the next port, and do it all while standing in a crowded airport. But if you booked with a travel agent, you make one call. Your agent can start working behind the scenes to contact the cruise line, look at alternate flights, and help coordinate getting you to the next port if necessary. Instead of trying to solve everything alone, you have someone experienced working on your behalf. Travel agents also help before your trip even begins. They can guide you through things like choosing the best cabin location on a ship, understanding what's included in your cruise fare, recommending shore excursions or travel insurance, and helping you avoid common travel mistakes. It's like having someone in your corner who's already navigated these trips hundreds of times. Those are the 5 of the most common mistakes first-time cruisers make. None of them are complicated once you know what to look for. But the difference between a good cruise and a great one usually comes down to a few decisions made before you ever step on board. If this was useful, bookmark this. There is more to come.